it's Ashley. I am back for my creative scrapbook design team. This month for the main kit for my creative scrapbook is the collection Vicky Boughton Where to Next. So that is what I'm going to be using for my video today. This collection is obviously very travel themed. And I didn't have any travel photos that I really wanted to document, so I actually went kind of with a different route for my 4 layouts that I made with this kit. So they're mostly summer themed, and that's for this layout though. I found that pattern paper that I showed you earlier that had the hearts, and I wanted to cut them out and kind of just make a rainbow grid design, I suppose you could call. And so right now I am just kind of tracing out the area that I want to cover with those hearts. So it's a 10 by 10 area, and so I just went around the paper, background paper here, this white cardstock, and I just marked 2 inches in all the way around and kind of found that square in the middle, and I am just gonna line up these hearts. So like I said, I fussy cut these from that pattern paper, and I put them in rainbow order in my little dish here, so that was super easy to arrange these hearts in this square design. So I'm just playing with the spacing here a little bit, trying to figure out what looks best so that they look evenly spaced. And I really like these little hearts. They're super cute, and they're like two-toned with an even darker color in the middle of each of them. So I thought that was super fun, fun little hearts to fussy cut. So I'm just showing you the progress here, and now it's done. I am going to stitch on some of these hearts, but to save myself some work, I am actually going to add my photos first, and that way I don't have to stitch where my photos are going to be. So I'm just going to get these ready, leaving a white border. I've had this paper trimmer now for a few months, and I really do like it. I like this little plastic piece that you push up and you can see exactly where you're cutting. It's actually very accurate. I don't know if others have this trimmer and you like or dislike it, but I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to go through my embroidery floss and find some colors that match as close as possible. The fun thing about stitching with embroidery floss on when you're trying to match colors is, even if it's not exactly the same color, it's kind of funny when you stitch next to a color, it almost like changes the color, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it, but I know some of mine on here were not like exact matches, but they're pretty close, so you really can't tell the difference, if that makes sense. So anyways, so I have all the colors picked out. This obviously I wasn't sure about that lighter blue one, so I'm trying to decide if I have the right colors. And then I am going to just randomly stitch on the hearts. I didn't want to stitch all of them. I could have, that would have looked really cool too, but I wanted it to have a more random look, and that actually saved a lot of time as well. So I'm going to add my photos here. One is going to be flat on the background, and then I will use foam adhesive on the other one. And I'm going to have this one straight, and then the other one is going to be tilted a little bit. I do that quite often when I use 2 photos. I just feel like it gives interest to the photos, and because I have this design that it's very square with the hearts, even though hearts are not square, but the design of the background is square, to have the photos on square as well, I feel like it's just too square. And I made sure to add lots of adhesive underneath my photos. I always do that. I just feel like photos obviously are the most important thing on the layout, and you don't want them bent, so I always add extra adhesive. So I'm just going through and piercing the holes. So to do that, I just start at the top of the heart. I try to evenly space the holes, and then I make sure that the very bottom of the heart, there's a piercing there. I split the 6 threads so that there's only 3 threads there for the to thread through my needle, and then I just fold it in half. So it still has that thickness a little bit, but it's just easier to pull the needle through the holes rather than using all 6 threads at one time. Okay, there is the stitching all done. It looks so fun, I think. And we will move on to embellishing. So obviously, like I said earlier, this collection in the kit here, this is the June kit. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that earlier. This is the June main kit. Is very travel themed. So for embellishments, it was a little bit tricky to find things that were not super travel themed. So I'm just gonna pick some of the colors that match, just little things that match the colors in the hearts. So I'm using these little hearts here, the little two-toned hearts, and putting them on the appropriate colors. And then there's also this little yellow tab thing, which was a little bit too long, so I just trimmed the bottom off. And then there's also these little gold dots, and I thought that was just perfect to scatter through the hearts. And I think I'm just going to add one more little arrow chipboard sticker. This it says memories. Debating on that piece, but it was too big. Yes, this piece here. Add that by the yellow, and that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that I have inspired you in some way. Make sure to check out the other kits that are available from My Creative Scrapbook. I will make sure to link their website in the description. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.